what you're going to do is you're going to run these campaigns. You're going to have campaign. Let's say you're targeting roofers because you have like a SaaS that's helping roofers, right? Right. This is the thing in the US. And then what you'll have is you'll have the Google ones, you'll have Outlook, and then I'll just like keep this very short. Okay, I guess I'm not going to keep this short. Other, and then spam filter. Now I'm going to give you the 101 version of this basically. So the highest ROI you'll get from analyzing this is literally like these three, right? Because spam filters, like you might have guessed it, spam filters are simply like a lot of corporate email addresses have that set up. They have these service providers where Barracuda or Proofpoint or Mimecast, etc. They're looking at your email like extensively, right, to understand whether it's spam or not. And if it's spam, they will just literally put you in the spam folder and then flag you. Hand recommend sending to them. I just can't, right? Because I also stopped sending to them. It doesn't make any sense. I don't like it. We have one healthcare, like I mean in healthcare, a lot of these email addresses are like using spam filters, but most of them are also using Outlook. So I just said, okay, let's just remove the spam filter one. I'll give you the 101 version of this, like keep it very simple. This is gonna get you more than 80% of the results. So you're gonna run these three campaigns, and then you're gonna analyze the following metrics to see how this is. So you're gonna look at response rates, you're gonna look at positive response rates, and then you're gonna look at bounce rates, right? So what's good, what's bad? If the response rates are higher than 1%, you're good. You are good, right? If it's around 1%, still okay, but like definitely want to keep it above 1%. Positive response rates. This has very little to do with deliverability. The only reason that I'm telling you why you should look at this is literally, if you have a decent response rate, is your positive response rate at least a couple percent, right? Let's say 3 to, or like 2 to 10%. But this is also very subjective because it could also be 1% and still be profitable. So just look for profitability. Bam, right? You're going to look for profitability. That's the only thing that you're going to look for. And then for bounce rates, obviously, this needs to be below 3% at least, at max. Like, this is like, 3% is like, it's like high. It's higher end of the spectrum, definitely, right? You want to keep it below 3%, definitely. And if you get bounce messages, right, you always need to analyze what they say. Why is this? Yeah. What do the bounce messages say, right? This is super important because then you can see whether it's because of some mismatch or some spam filter or whatever, right? Or if it's just literally, yeah, this was like an invalid email. Happens, right? Happens to the rest of us. It's completely normal, which is why some bounces are reasonable. 2% is reasonable. You can run with that, right? That's not a problem. Yes. Oh, we have people in the chat. This is awesome. Kans, what's up? He's also in the school community. Nice. Good stuff. I appreciate that. This is cool. This is really cool. Yes. So, with that said, this is why we split Gmail and Outlook campaigns. This is super important. You need to do this.